Hello there, let's talk about episode 3 of Skeleton Crew. Sorry that this one is a little bit late, it's been a very busy week and I am a little hungover. So, right off the bat, we're getting more hints that At-Aten is under the control of, or probably, a droid called the Supervisor. I've done a little video on a theory about what's going on with At-Aten here, you can check that out. And it looks like the security droids are basically going to be no help on At-Aten with tracking these kids down, and it's going to be up to Farah and Wendell to try and find them. Now back on Port Borgo, the kids are with Jod Na Nawood, who is actually Captain Silvo from the beginning of the opening scene. And look, we all knew this. I like that they are just showing this off the bat. You know, they're just like, yeah, it's him. Yeah. Because we all knew it was the case, you know, and they just waste no time in being like, yeah, Silvo was Jod, which is something that I really, really like. I don't like things like this being dragged out. Obviously, the identity change will be something for the kids to find out and not the audience, which is something I like. I like that it was just ripping the band-aid off immediately. Yes, Jod is Silvo. He is the pirate. He is not a Jedi, maybe a Force user, maybe not. I'm not sure about that. I'll get back to that in a minute. But this is something that the Acolyte did as well, where it was like, they didn't drag out the thing of like, oh, is it two people? Is it one person? No, they're twins. Right away. May and Osha, they're twins. They just look the same. Yeah, and it was like, okay, perfect, good. I don't need to go down this whole, like, oh, are they not? Like, awesome. So back to Jod though, like with his Force abilities, is he a Jedi? Well, not a Jedi, but is he a Force user? I don't know if the show is trying to misdirect us again, trying to show so obviously that his Force abilities are like parlor tricks. And later on we'll find out that he really does have the Force, and maybe he just cut himself off from it or something like that. I don't know if I'm overthinking it, but yeah, at the moment, that's my theory, that he does actually have the Force, but he's faking having the Force to con people, but he doesn't want to use the Force. I don't know. I want to know what other people think, though. Do you think that he has the actual Force and is just not using it and is pretending to use it? Or does he actually have the Force? Or is he not Force sensitive at all and is just using tricks? The reason I think that it's something different, though, is because we had this with Haja Erstry in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, where he was faking being a Jedi, he was using magnets and tricks to pretend that he had the Force. And I just don't know if they would retread that again so soon. Overall, though, now, I really enjoyed this episode. I do maybe think the overall pace of the show needs to kick up a notch. I will once again echo my call for longer episodes, but apart from that, I didn't really have any complaints here. I just think that, like, the overall pace of the show, I think the episode was paced fine. Overall, though, I think they could rework some stuff and move stuff around so that maybe in this episode we can have Farah and Wendell start to sort of go out on their own in trying to track down the kids, instead of just getting that scene at the beginning where they're like, oh, we need to find them, and not getting any help. Let's cut back to them more throughout this episode, because I imagine that's what's going to happen next episode. But, like, move that stuff forward a bit. Like, don't drag it out so long. Put it happening concurrently. And I just think that's a personal thing for me that I would like, is just don't stretch out this stuff so much. Just let it go, let it flow forward. Back to the kids though. This core group of kids, man, they are just so lovable and fun. Wim and Neel are hilarious. I'm not looking forward to Wim's heartbreak when he finds out that Jod is not a Jedi. I do hope we can get a little bit more characterization for Neel, because I do feel like he might just be like comic relief, funny little blue elephant man. So I do hope we do get a little bit more from him. I really like the stuff we got with Fern and KB in this episode, especially KB for me. KB is very interesting because I get the feeling that she might be being played as a little bit neurodivergent, seeing things in a different way to most people. And I think her visor is a very subtle, or not so subtle, actually, way of showing that she perceives the world differently to other people. She literally sees the world through a different lens. I thought that was a really nice touch. And I feel like they've just really nailed how kids act in this show. Fern saying, I'm not even tired, and then smash cut to her asleep is just perfect. The amount of times my nephews have said something similar, and then 3 minutes later they're out cold snoring. I need to know though, but when they were going to see Jod's friend, when we saw that hand, did anyone else think that that might have been Sid? That was my first thought, that it was like Sid Scaleback. And one of my good friends, CJ, sent me a message saying this, and I was like, oh, I thought the same thing. So I need to know if other people were like, is this Sid? But technically, we didn't get a reveal of that. We got to meet Kim, though, who is a new species, yet as of yet unnamed. And I love this character. I love their little design, this little, like, owl creature. I thought they were great, and I hope we get to see more of this character, and I think we will. I have not translated the Aurebesh on this map yet. I've been way too busy, but I will take a crack at it soon, I hope. Yeah, overall, not a heap to say about this episode. I liked it. I do think the pace needs to kick up a notch in a way that I explained earlier. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Nothing super blew me away. It's a chill show. I'm having a fun time with it. It's got a cozy feeling to it, you know? It's like a warm blanket. So yeah, Skeleton Crew, doing good. Looking forward to more. Alright, I gotta cut this one short because I gotta go take some Panadol, have some water, and have a nap. And yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Make sure you follow me here and on TikTok. Videos aren't usually this horrible, because I feel horrible. But yeah, this one was a bit late getting out as well. Anyway, thank you for watching. May the force be with you, always. Drink water.